Greetings, YouTube. Today we're taking a look at an Estwing knife, something I had never heard of until quite recently. So what do we got in here? We have Estwing 3.4 drop point blade, liner lock, limited lifetime warranty, AUS 8 stainless steel, serrated combo blade with polished finish, drop point blade, finger guard, dual material handle for firmer grip. Anything else of import on the back of this thing? Not really. Alrighty. Now, as of late, I've noticed that a number of traditional tool companies have gotten themselves into the knife field because they're trying to, they're shotgun effect. The more things they sell, the more they can hope that they're going to make a sale. And I'd never heard of an Estwing knife. I own some Estwing tools, and I think they're really nice quality, and I really wanted Estwing camp axe. That would be cool, but I can't justify buying a new one, and I haven't stumbled upon a used one that was in decent shape. Someday I will. I recently bought one of their mason hammers at a decent price at a yard sale, and I'm going to be using that in a weapons build in the near future. I bought it just for that purpose. But this Estwing knife intrigued me, even though it is a design that I'm not going to carry, and I will, quite possibly give this away when I'm done to somebody, because I am not a big tip-down carry fan. I am a tip-up carry fan. But, as it says on the package, dual material. The yellow is a harder plastic, not quite super hard, but still a hard plastic, whereas the blue is a rubberized material, so it's got a nice firm grip. It is not overly thick. It's got liner locks. They are not steel liners. They are not skeletonized. Star drive pivot, dual thumb studs, pocket clip. Anything else I need to tell you about in the outside? Lanyard hole, which is just shy of being in the path of that blade. Just shy. So I don't think your lanyard line would be in danger of it being in contact with that tip, but you might want to take that into consideration. Open construction, which is nice because it means that you can keep the knife clean more easily. It's got standoffs, but they're just straight pillars, nothing all that interesting. And this also has a flipper here, which is both useful as a deployment tool and as a safety device. So when I got this, the blade was in the middle. You'll notice the blade is not in the middle now. And the reason it's not in the middle is because it was so darn tight, I could not flip it, nor could I pop it open with the thumb studs. I could push it open with the thumb studs. That worked quite well. But I could not flip it at all. It was just way, way too tight. Which is somewhat strange, seeing as, it is a flipper. And people who use knives frequently that have thumb studs are used to popping them open with their thumbs. So let's see if I can do it at this angle. Yes, I can. But to get that loose enough to work, I had to loosen up the pivot enough to knock the blade off of true center. So now it's definitely going to one side. And this pivot has to be held on both sides if you're doing it. So I had to use star drive on both sides, and actually since I was upstairs and didn't want to go downstairs in my shop and have to hold this in the vise, I actually asked my wife to hold it so I could get a tool on either side and loosen it up enough to have that happen. As it said, it's a liner lock, and that liner lock goes across very far. You're at the 3/4 mark. However, it's a solid lockup, so that's good. And as it says, polished chrome style finish, which I think is intriguing because I can't remember the last time I've purchased a knife that had a chrome finish. It just doesn't seem to be a type of finish that is common nowadays. I'd be intrigued if somebody could tell me why Estwing chose this particular finish, because it isn't a finish I associate with their tools either. Most of their tools, I don't think of any of their tools, if now that I think about it, have a chrome finish. So I'm like, why did they make this choice? There must have been a reason. I just don't know what that reason is. Hollow grind, which is not my favorite. It's got a nice little swedge on top, which is nice. It says very proudly AUS 8, which is a low-grade steel, so I don't think there's a whole lot to be proud of. We have a serrated here. I'm not a big fan of partial blade designs like this. I prefer a plain edge, but I wanted to try the tool out, so I kind of, like I said, bit the bullet and got it anyway. And it came out of the box with not a very good edge. I carried this at work for one day, and I'm not going to carry it again. And one of the things I do at work a lot is cut plastic straps. Not necessarily really big plastic straps. The really heavy ones, I'll get my shears out. But like just a 1/4 inch wide plastic straps, it's a common thing for holding plastic bags and the bundles of what we call fabric, which is a type of material we use for running parts sometimes. And the plain edge had a very hard time cutting through it. I had to cut it like, I had to run this blade over that plastic strap like 2 or 3 times for it to cut through. Serration had no problem whatsoever. So the serration section is much sharper than the plate edge, and this cut through the plastic strap first try. So that was nice. That was good. It is, however, very comfortable. Those finger grooves, everything. And again, this creates a nice stop for your hand, nice safety feature. It is very, very comfortable. And again, if you'd like into the whole reverse grip, I'm not sure why, but if you're into that, it is also quite comfortable. And the liner lock closes without any problem. And it's still too tight to do a drop, so I can't drop this thing, but it will close without any difficulty. Anything else I need to talk to about this knife? The pocket clip. I feel that this pocket clip is too shallow. This section here had a difficult time fitting over a standard jean pocket. I want to put it in my pocket. It's not too tight. You know, it's got a nice degree of tension on it, but it's so small that I actually slid it past the pocket edge and it just fell into my pocket, which is annoying. So I could fix that, but again, I'm not going to carry this thing. I'm just gonna, like I said, I'm probably gonna give it away because this was just a test, and I think I paid $17+ for this. I think it was under 18 bucks. But overall, I gotta tell you, I don't think this is an $18 knife. I'm kind of disappointed. The quality I've come to associate with Estwing tools is not evident in this knife. It just isn't. It is not evident in this knife. I consider this to be an $8 to $10 knife on the outside. This is one step above like a gas station knife, but most definitely below the quality of knife that you can buy at, for example, you could buy a Kershaw hot wire at Walmart for 11 bucks. And it's a far better knife, far better quality, just overall a better blade, and better steel, I believe, as well. And then this thing, but this thing has the Estwing name, and that's gonna make them sales. And that disappoints me. I'm not critiquing where it was made. I'm critiquing that I don't think it's a good quality knife for the money. I really don't. You can go to Amazon, and for 20 bucks, you can buy so many incredibly good quality knives. I review stuff on my channel all the time that's in the $20 to $30 range that are just rock solid knives that I would recommend for anyone to carry. This is not one of those knives. So if you're a true dyed-in-the-wool Estwing fan and you must absolutely carry nothing but Estwing tools, go for it. But if you're looking for just a knife to carry on the job, I think you could do better out there. Keep looking. I don't think the Estwing is going to be the knife you're going to want to carry. It is at least not a metal handle. A number of the companies out there, tool companies that are putting knives out, they've decided to make all aluminum handles, which are so slick you can't use them with your bare hands or with gloves. At least this gives you a grip. So, okay, I'll give Estwing points for not using an all-metal grip. But as far as the overall quality concerned, I'm not impressed with this knife at all. So if you are an Estwing fan and you have tried this and you like it, tell me why. And if you are an Estwing fan, you've tried it and you've been disappointed, let's have a shot. Let's have a chat.